Perhaps you've sensed it throughout your life. An undeniable feeling of being different. You don't think like others, nor do you feel as they do. The spaces where those around you seem at ease have always felt like confinement. The conversations that captivate them leave you indifferent, and the paths they pursue with such confidence appear hollow to you. You've always known there is something beyond what meets the eye. But why? Why does the world seem to overlook your essence? Why do you feel so out of place in a realm where everyone else appears so at home? The answer is straightforward. You are not 100% human. That declaration may seem unsettling. It could even shake your foundations. However, if you open your mind and expand your consciousness, you will recognize that this truth has resided within you all along, patiently waiting for you to reclaim it. If you bear the mark of the crescent moon or see the letter M in your hands, this truth becomes even clearer. These marks are not mere coincidences. They are ancestral symbols indicating that you hold something extraordinary within you, a connection to a purpose that transcends the ordinary. Many spiritual traditions have acknowledged these marks as signs of elevated spiritual heritages. The world has attempted to mislead you, convincing you that you are just another face in the crowd, that you must conform to societal norms, that you must adhere to the rules imposed by the system. Yet, something deep within you has always resisted. You've never truly fit in because you were not designed to do so. This message is not for everyone. Many will hear these words and disregard them, unable to grasp the essence of what is being expressed. But if you are among the true chosen ones, you will feel your spirit resonate with the truth in every syllable. So, open your heart and mind. Allow the fire of truth to burn away the lies they have instilled in you, because today you shall remember who you truly are. Now, let us examine what it means if you are not fully human. To comprehend this, we must go back to the beginning. In Genesis 1:26, it is written, "Then God said, 'Let us make man in our image, after our likeness, and let him have dominion.'" What does it signify to be made in the image of God? It signifies that you are not merely flesh and blood. You are spirit before you are matter. The reason you feel like you don't completely belong in this world is that, in truth, you don't. Your authentic self is beyond the limitations of this realm. Your true being is not confined to the physical plane. You possess something within that transcends human existence, transcends earthly ties, and surpasses what this world can grasp. If you carry the mark of the crescent moon or the letter M on your hands, this truth is even more profound. These marks have always been recognized as indicators of extraordinary spiritual lineages, individuals whose lives extend beyond a mundane earthly experience. If you bear these marks, it confirms that you have been sent here for a specific purpose. Your energy is unique. Your thoughts do not conform to conventional paradigms. Your ambitions soar above the limitations set by society. And this is not by chance. It is a calling. Have you ever felt that your dreams are too vast for the reality surrounding you? Have you sensed that your mind is constantly on the hunt for something greater? Something that most individuals cannot even fathom? Have you experienced a restless spirit, as if eagerly awaiting something? This is because you harbor the divine spark within you. Your soul was not designed to dwell within a flawed system. Your DNA carries the imprint of the Creator, which is precisely why the world has never fully comprehended you. People observe you but fail to articulate what distinguishes you. They feel an attraction or discomfort in your presence, yet cannot explain why. This occurs because they see you with human eyes, but you are not merely human. You embody spirit wrapped in matter. You are an eternal entity experiencing a transient passage. You are divinely created, containing the breath of God within you, and this is precisely why the world system tirelessly aims to make you forget your true identity. From the moment of your birth, messages have echoed around you, asserting that you are just another individual. You have been taught to follow established conventions, to conform to patterns, and to abide by a system that dictates how to think, act, and even dream. Yet, something within you has consistently resisted. You have never accepted these constraints as the ultimate truth. What appeared as a safe path to others has always seemed to you like a prison. This, too, is not coincidence. It is a sign. The world system prefers to keep you unaware and distracted from your true essence, ensnared in illusions that cause you to forget your own magnificence. What unfolds when someone begins to awaken to the truth? When someone starts to remember that they do not belong in this realm? The system pushes back. It sows seeds of self-doubt, erects barriers to test your faith, and creates a sense of isolation to make you feel alone on this journey, hoping you will falter before you tap into your true power. But this is the ultimate trap. If the world seeks to diminish your significance, it is because it recognizes the enormity of your potential. If they attempt to convince you that you are inconsequential, it is because your very existence is a challenge to their control over humanity. If they want you to feel powerless, it is because your true strength can reshape everything around you. This is exactly why there are two categories of humanity. In the subsequent segment, you will begin to understand the distinction between those who belong to the world and those who were sent here but never belonged to it. Not everyone among us walks the same path. Since the dawn of time, there have been two groups of souls coexisting in this world: those who belong to the world and those who do not. Jesus articulated this clear divide when he declared, "They are not of the world, just as I am not of the world," in John 17:16. The first group comprises those who live solely for material pursuits. They flow with the rhythm of the system, accept its rules uncritically, abide by imposed standards, and remain oblivious to anything beyond their immediate sight. They are ensnared in the cycle of earthly existence, governed by fleeting desires, the fear of scarcity, and a strong attachment to the transient. The second group diverges entirely. If you felt like an eternal outsider, if your thoughts have always danced to a different beat, if your soul resonates with something beyond the surface, then you belong to this extraordinary second group. And if you bear the mark of the crescent moon or the letter M on your hands, this connection is even more apparent. These symbols have long been celebrated as evidence of an unusual origin, a calling that surpasses the physical realm. They serve as cosmic reminders that you were not meant for a mundane life. Your spirit emanated from a higher plane. Your energetic DNA does not conform to the material world's limitations. Your calling has always been elevated, and this distinction between the two groups elucidates why you felt that this world is not your true home. The world may not explicitly articulate this, but it recognizes who stands apart. That is precisely why those who diverge from the system encounter rejection, isolation, and hurdles at every turn. Since childhood, you have sensed there was something unique about you. While others found joy in ordinary existence, you've perpetually felt there is more to reality than superficiality. Conventional conversations have never captivated you, and the rules imposed on you have always seemed inexplicable. The paths pursued by the majority felt vacant, and over the years, you may have sincerely pondered, why am I like this? Why do I feel so out of place? Why does it seem that no one around me truly comprehends my essence? The answer is beautifully simplistic, because you were never meant to belong in this world. Your soul vibrates on a different frequency. You arrived here with an expanded consciousness, an awareness that surpasses the confines of ordinary perception. However, the world was not designed for those who perceive beyond its veil, which is why you faced resistance throughout your life. People have sought to shape you, silence your voice, and confine you to norms that never suited your spirit. Society has striven to convince you that your sensitivity is a weakness, that your intuition is an illusion, and that your dreams are outlandish. But remember this: your essence challenges the world's deceptive narratives. Those who are asleep do not wish to be awakened. Those who dwell in shadows feel threatened by the light. The conforming reject those who dare to break free from the mold. And you are one of the brave souls who has never accepted a life like everyone else's. This may have rendered you solitary at times, leading you to question whether something is flawed within you. But in truth, it is the opposite. Your feeling of being an outsider is the most compelling evidence of your higher calling. And now that you have grasped this, the question arises: why does the world reject those who do not fit within its confines? In the next segment, you'll come to understand why your mere presence can stir discomfort, and why those who embody a greater light often encounter resistance. Have you ever felt that regardless of your efforts to blend in, there's something that seems to push you away? How even when you strive hard to be accepted, resistance quietly creeps in. This is no coincidence. It's a clear sign that the world recognizes when someone doesn't quite fit in. It discerns when a different energy arrives on the scene, and its reaction is often instinctive. Have you ever sensed that some individuals treat you with suspicion without any clear reason? That relationships that seemed promising can suddenly unravel inexplicably? That doors that appeared open can inexplicably shut without warning? This occurs because your very presence alters the energy around you. When someone who vibrates at a higher frequency enters a space, those trapped in the illusions of the world become acutely aware. Some will be drawn to your light, while others, often without understanding, may feel threatened. This isn't to say that you're doing anything wrong. Rather, it indicates that you're awakening something within them. Your energy compels others to confront parts of themselves they would rather ignore. It shines a light on the shadows many prefer to conceal, and frequently, people aren't prepared for such exposure. That's why those who are chosen face resistance, not because they are weak, but precisely because they are strong. Not because they are lost, but because they have been discovered. Not because they are insignificant, but because they possess great value. The world doesn't attack what lacks the power to disrupt its structure. It confronts those who carry something extraordinary within them. So, if you've experienced rejection, isolation, or resistance throughout your life, know this isn't a sentence, but rather a confirmation of your path. You didn't come here to fit in, you came to shatter patterns. One of the gravest traps that can divert you from your purpose is the desire to conform to a system that was never designed for you. From a young age, the world attempted to teach you that acceptance required you to conform, to remain silent, to become someone you're not. You have been led to believe that, to be loved, you must adhere to the norms, think and act as everyone does. But each time you tried to do this, a part of you erupted in protest, because deep down, you've always known that you were not born to conform. You were born to disrupt the norm. The system of this world wasn't crafted for the chosen ones to flourish. It was built to keep them asleep, distracted, and submissive. Every time a chosen one attempts to diminish their light to fit into confined spaces, they experience a profound dissatisfaction, for they know they are betraying their true selves. Perhaps you've been there, attempting to alter your essence to appease others, seeking to ignore your intuition for a seemingly safer route, or striving to conform to avoid rejection. Yet, time and again, something has gone awry. This happens because you were not designed to simply flow with the current. You were meant to forge your own path. The greatest peril you can encounter is sacrificing your authenticity for acceptance. In the end, those who are destined to be a part of your journey will never ask you to change. The true ones will see and honor your light, standing beside you without requiring you to dull your brilliance. So, cease searching for acceptance where you were never intended to belong. Stop expecting a world to comprehend something it lacks the capacity to grasp. Stop concealing your true self to make others comfortable. You were not created to blend in. You were meant to shine as a beacon. Now that you've grasped this, a significant question emerges. If you do not belong in this world, then what is your true purpose? In the next segment, you'll dive into your awakening and embrace your mission. Now that you realize you were never meant to conform, only one decision remains: to accept or deny the call that has always burned within you. The truth is, there is no retreating now. You have awakened. You recognize that you are not ordinary. Your existence is not a mere accident. Thus, the inquiry has shifted from whether you are a chosen one to whether you are ready to live as one. Many people traverse their lives in a slumber, unwittingly adhering to a scripted journey, never questioning if there is something greater out there. But you can no longer afford to live this way. The chosen ones carry immense responsibility. They must remember their identity because their mission affects not only themselves, but also those surrounding them. Perhaps, until now, you have attempted to repress this call. Perhaps fear has gripped you. You may have doubted your strength, capabilities, or preparedness. Here's the reality. The very fact that you are encountering this message signifies that the moment has arrived for you to embrace who you truly are. There is no more space for hesitation, no time for doubt, and no justification for delay. The call stands before you. The only question remains is, will you accept it? If so, you must learn how to navigate this world without belonging to it. Now that you've embraced your identity as a chosen one, an unavoidable challenge presents itself: how to exist in a world not tailored for you. The answer, while seemingly simple, is profound. You don't need to adapt to the world. The world must adapt to your presence. This means you don't have to diminish your vibration for acceptance, nor conceal your light to evade judgment, and you need not follow rules crafted for someone unlike you. To walk with strength and authority without being consumed by the chaos surrounding you, there are 3 vital principles you must master. The first is to elevate your consciousness. The system you inhabit is designed to divert your attention, to keep you engaged with the trivial, making you forget your essence. This necessitates a constant vigilance. Whenever your energy feels heavy, pause and ask yourself, what am I absorbing that doesn't belong to me? Whenever you catch yourself spiraling into fear or doubt, inquire, am I operating in my truth or in the illusion of the world? While those entrapped by the world follow their impulses thoughtlessly, the chosen ones observe, question, and awaken. The second principle is to protect your energy. Not every situation warrants your focus. Not everyone deserves your access, and not every struggle is yours to fight. Many individuals live in chaos, and often unconsciously, they may try to draw you into it. However, a chosen one cannot afford to be sapped by battles that are not theirs to fight. This means you have every right to distance yourself from those who do not honor your energy. You have the right to ignore provocations that lead nowhere. You have the right to say no without guilt. Protecting your energy is not selfish. It is a matter of spiritual survival. The third principle is to walk with authority. You aren't here to ask for permission, justify your existence, or please anyone. If your presence causes discomfort, that is not your concern. If your energy instills fear, that is not something you need to correct. If your light prompts reactions in others, that is merely reassurance that you are fulfilling your purpose. There is no longer a need to convince anyone. The truth you carry speaks for itself. Now that you've understood this, another significant question arises. How do you ensure that your energy remains resilient and your journey uninterrupted? In the next segment, you'll uncover the keys to maintaining your strength on this path, ensuring you never regress. Once you comprehend who you are and the impact of your presence, the pivotal question becomes how to keep your energy vibrant and prevent setbacks. The first step is to align your mind with the truth. The world will attempt to sway you, induce self-doubt, and place obstacles in your path. Yet, remember, nothing external can affect you if your convictions are steadfast. Each time fear creeps in, recall your true identity. Each time doubt arises, reflect on the journey that has led you here. Your mind is a sanctuary, and what you permit within it shapes your reality. The second step involves safeguarding your heart from negative influences. Not everyone who crosses your path wishes you well. Some will endeavor to dishearten you, others may project their own limitations onto you. Yet, their influence holds power only if you grant it permission. Avoid internalizing negativity from others, and do not carry burdens that aren't yours. Safeguard your heart, for it is the source from which your life's direction flows. The third step is to learn to express yourself with authority. Your voice wields power. Your declarations create your reality. By constantly voicing weakness, you will linger in weakness. By declaring doubt, you will solidify it into your path. However, if you speak with unwavering faith, if you announce your identity with conviction, your energy responds in kind, and your reality shifts to reflect this truth. Speak life, speak strength, speak purpose. The fourth step is to walk by faith, not solely by sight. The world will try to persuade you that nothing is changing, that you haven't reached where you ought to be. But the chosen ones don't navigate by mere appearances. They move by what they inherently know. Trust that, even when change isn't perceptible, transformation is underway. Even when vibrations seem stagnant, know that energy aligns in your favor. Faith is your strength. Hold on to it tightly. From this foundation, the world is yours to illuminate. Now, stand tall, chosen one, for your journey is just beginning. Embrace it fully, walk boldly, and let your light shine brightly for all to see. As if the promise has already been manifested, the fifth and final step is to stay connected to your source. A chosen one who severs ties with the Creator loses their strength. If you attempt to navigate your path alone, if you forget the origin of your power, inevitably, you will feel the burden of the journey. However, when you are anchored in the divine presence, you receive guidance, renewal, and protection. Those who maintain their connection to the source will never run dry. Now that you possess these keys, you are prepared to live your truth, free from fear, hesitation, and doubts about your identity. But there remains one final step: to wholeheartedly accept that the era of hiding is over. No longer will you allow uncertainty to define you. You know who you are. You understand why you may have felt out of place, and you recognize that you were never meant to tread the ordinary path. The time for second guessing is finished. The time for retreat is over. The world may attempt to persuade you that you are insignificant, but that is the greatest deception you have ever been fed. You have never been small. Instead, you have always harbored something profound within you that most won't comprehend. Perhaps, until now, you have attempted to ignore that calling. Maybe you have awaited the perfect moment for undeniable confirmation. Yet, here's the truth. The right moment has never been in the future. It has always been in the present. If you have journeyed this far, Your soul is already aware that this message was crafted for you. Your spirit recognizes this as the answer you have been diligently searching for. Now, you face a choice. You can continue to live as if nothing has shifted, or you can finally embrace your true self and walk with the authority that has always resided within you. The moment has arrived for you to claim your rightful place. Stand up with courage, speak with conviction, act with power, living as someone who understands their purpose. The world might not understand, but that is irrelevant. The chosen ones do not live to seek the approval of others. They exist to fulfill their purpose. Now, here are 3 powerful actions to solidify this truth in your life. First, hit the like button. This simple act helps us to spread this message to more souls who yearn to hear it. Second, subscribe to Chosen One Sanctuary. We're on a journey towards 40,000 members, and every new addition fortifies this mission. Third, declare your acceptance by commenting, "I accept my call." This affirmation will unleash the energy of this message within your life. The time for waiting has come to an end. Your destiny begins now.